So, what we've seen happening of late is this tendency, which is happening apparently on a cosmic level, for women to be absorbing the masculine energies of the universe and therefore adopting the masculine roles, whereas men are absorbing the feminine energies and adopting more traditionally feminine roles. And this is, of course, happening predominantly unconsciously, though there are certainly a number of symptoms, especially in ideological trends, so on and so forth, for this occurrence. Now, let's focus for a moment on the problems that this implies. One of the tendencies right now is for women to become focused on equality as opposed to inequality. Now, in a certain sense, equality is itself masculine. It's an abstraction, and it is aimed at leveling. That is to say, it avoids subtlety. It can't be actualized without sort of this presupposition that we know what equality is, by what standards to measure it. And so it's very rational, it's very masculine, it's not random, it's not chaotic, it's not dark or disillusioning. So in that sense, it is a very yang energy as opposed to a yin energy. It is masculine rather than feminine. And with this presupposition comes the problem that men are not only expected to treat women as the women themselves wish to be treated, which is of course not itself a problem, but they are expected to treat women in the way that they themselves expect to be treated. Women expect men to just know how to treat women, and the expectation on top of all of this is that how men want to be treated will be how women want to be treated. So, what does this mean exactly? Well, this means that, to put it plainly, if women are behaving like patriarchal bastards, so to speak, then men who are patriarchal bastards can actually accommodate women's egalitarian prejudices and pretensions quite well. They would just have to set aside a little bit of their machismo, but not much, because they know what it's like to be a patriarchal bastard, and they know how they wish to be treated, so they can treat women in like fashion, and the two can sort of have a very unstable but fundamentally mutual coexistence. Where this becomes a problem with their whole egalitarian thing is when you get these men who are either very well integrated or just exceptions to the rule, who have a lot of feminine energy. And so how these men expect to be treated is that they expect themselves to be sensitive, accommodating, and compassionate. So they expect women as well to be sensitive, accommodating, and compassionate, and they expect both parties to be treated with that expectation. Because that is what they themselves would want. They would want that expectation to be held, to be expected of them. And so, naturally, women who are very desperately trying to fill the masculine role will not take kindly to that. They will not want that to be expected of them, because it is seen to be demeaning to be expected to be feminine. Culture, especially Western culture, has always had this tendency to undervalue the feminine. But in the past, there have been ways, peculiar ways, in which the feminine has been reasserted. Now, oftentimes, this has been through not only women filling the feminine role, but also a minority of the male population. And these men were alienated from the male population, and alienated also by a number of women who didn't feel